Happy 9th day of Halloween's 31 days of Halloween videos. Today, my focus is on inclusions. And that means I need some bones. I need some bats. I need some more bones with the hand. And yes, this is a repeat of some of these molds. And I have the large skull. Yeah, they call it large. Yes, sure. Okay. The large skull molds and the really, really tiny skull molds. I didn't know how much resin that I need, so I decided that, well, I will probably need like a gazillion little doodads. However, I can't use all the resin I just eked out over here, so whatever leftover resin will end up going in the skulls again to finish those off, because I'm sure I'll be able to do that. I don't need much black, but I do need black because I've got a cauldron, the witch's hat to do, etc., a few bats, and I decided I got tired of trying to scrape into those bats and brought out my little needle tips here so that I can get it in there a lot easier and maybe not so much overflow. All right, I'm going to pause you. Oh, before I say anything, these are going to, before I pause you, I should say, I am saying things. Ta-da! Welcome to my nightmare. I'm on video. Anyway, green, orange, purple, and this is white to blue. These are all glow-in-the-darks, or UV activated anyway. So yes, the inclusions are going to be glowy. All right, back in a few minutes. All right, so I've got everything set up. I poured some into here, and each one of these 3 cups here. I have a pipette ready so that after I get this white stirred, it can get put into the bottle, some of it. Now, I did put an awful lot in here. I want it to be very, 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 very glowy. And this stuff doesn't mix in too easily, so don't be afraid of bubbles. If you're going to be piping it with a needle tip, those bubbles will pop right out of there, believe me. Get this mixed. All right, I'm going to put you on pause now while I finish mixing the other 3 pots. All right, I got the white done. Those are all stirred. And right now I'm getting ready to pipe into the ghosts. Oh my goodness, this may be a pain in the rear endski because this is a very small needle tip. Get it down in there, rub it in. Same thing with this one. There aren't that many ghosts. And that's why I am doing both molds. Okay, that'll finish falling into there. I'm only going to show you part of the process. for this because, well, everybody knows how to pour resin most of the way now, except for the beginners. And that's what this point right here is for, is the beginners. And then, of course, with my bad eyeballs, I've got to find all the ghosts. Always fun to do. And if you do it this way, you also run less risk of having bubbles form in these really tiny molds. And I am squeezing quite hard, and I'm hoping not to pop the cap off because that would be like, it would be a typical me day. Okay, we have white ghosts, and I'm going to be doing white stars, which of course will glow blue when exposed to UV. I am trying to make sure that they are slightly domed so that there's no real bad rough edges. I know I have a third ghost here. Oh, there it is. So yes, there are only 3 ghosts in each mold. And I do not want to overfill the bottle because, unfortunately, I do have to reuse this bottle, which means I have to clean it with alcohol in order to get it clean. Okay, there's 1 star. Get this little dangly thing out of my way. And I think I'm going to have to probably go for the gold, basically, by going as fast as I can because I do still have quite a lot of resin left over. So I am trying to go as fast as I can with these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause you right now and get these filled in. All right, I got them all filled, and I had to work so fast. I even had my husband filling pieces because, well, me and my lofty ideals of trying to fill everything all at once didn't quite work out. Everything started getting hot, and I do mean hot, especially in the large paper cup because I was unable to pull enough out of there to keep that from happening. And so the skulls will be finished. They are right here in this little corner here. I also started a coffin lid. And, well, there's a lot of glow in the dark stuff. And then there's not a lot of glow in the dark stuff because everything just started curing while I was sitting here. And while he was filling and I was filling. And so things are a little bit blobby right now, and he'll have to be cleaned as it goes. But I'll see y'all in about 2 hours, maybe 3. All right, in a minute or 2. Okay, it's been about 4 hours. It was on the heat mat for 2. And I kind of took a nap. So yeah, it's a little bit later. But we're here for the demold, unmolding, whichever. I think it's unmolding, actually. But, whichever. As long as it all comes out, right? Now, these little pots are completely... They're, well, almost all the way cured. They're slightly bendy. Of course, this doesn't get unmolded yet. Let's go ahead and pull these out. Now, I don't know if I will get the chance to show you the glow right now because we actually have sunlight outside. And so it's going to be a little harder to charge these and have them seen. But we will give it a try. Okay, for the bones. Now, most of them got poured pretty well. And then the other was really a rush job like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so we got a bone. Some do have, matter of fact, most of the bones have overpour, but easy enough to remedy. Set that aside. But while they're soft, you do want to make sure you get all the overpour as much as you can. And this one did develop a bubble at the top. But it looks like that's where the joint goes together. That's hilarious. All right, I'm going to hand my husband the little stuff in the skulls because my hands just don't work when I take a nap. So I'm going to have him go ahead and unmold these. Hand them off to him. Now, two of them I did get pretty nicely filled. All right. Let's get the rest of the bones. Got to pull them apart a little bit here. Don't think you can see most of the bone because of how clear and white they are. But I saturated these like crazy. Get them pulled apart and I'll trim them all later. And this one's got a hole right there where the bone is. Pretty far deep in there. This one here also does. Ouch. That one slid up my thumb. Oh well. Okay, so I'll trim that with scissors later. Now the hand, I did the fingers myself. And then my husband did the rest of the hand to fill it up. So let's get this one unmolded, demolded, unmolded. Yeah, whatever, huh? As long as it gets there. Very nicely done. Look at that. No holes in the fingers. And I know it's an inclusions video, and well, if I don't make them, I have to buy them. If you buy them, more expensive because somebody else has had to do it. And you, of course, got to pay them. Get the bats out. And it did work really well squishing into the bats this time because, well, I didn't have time to fill a bottle and do it that way, but these bats are coming out really together this time. I'll say that, and at least one of them is going to break in half. Okay, that's the bats on this one. Get the ghosts. And the stars. The ghosts and the stars were done with the same white. That one's already got like a yellow hue to it. Got all these white together. Get the orange, pumpkins. Oh, wow. You can actually see the faces on these pumpkins a lot better than the last pumpkins I had done. See if I can get this up there a little bit. I'm going to slowly turn it so that as I go up, it might focus better. Okay. Yes, it took a lot more detail in this time, which means that by using the stick method, that worked on this. So not bad. And I'm trying to do this quickly because, yes, I am a little bit anxious to see how these two skulls come out. All right, clean up on molds later. Get the molds out of the way. Yes, I have a piece of white that this is what was left of the white that wouldn't come out of the cup. All right, let's get this one done. Of course, the bats aren't going to glow because they're not done with a glow powder. And I will charge them a couple minutes under the UV light. Get the stars together, get the ghosts together. With the two different molds, you get 6 ghosts. There's 3 ghosts on each one. Pumpkins, I think there were 5 on each one. Yes. I forgot to count bats. But I think there were also 5 on each one. So a good thing is start off with just only a little, like make probably 30 mil at a time for these small molds, so that you're not sitting there with freezing up, curing up, flash curing resin. Get the stars out of this one. Five stars. On each. Okay, those are done out now. The witch's hat was done in purple. The witch was done in purple. Her pumpkin companion done in orange, and he's got a small little hole in his mouth, just itty bitty one. And then we come to her friend the frog. Oh wow, I like the frog. Well, we've never seen the frog yet. Got to see the rest of these things last time. So here's the froggy. Oops. Let's get the knee over there. You can see his little toes and everything. Get him up just a little further. I don't want him to go out of focus. But yet you can see it all. So he's cute. All right. Now for the skulls. The little ones. Oh, they are kind of a mess. Whoops. I'm sure most of them got missing something because it was such a fast pour. And I did use the pipette for filling those molds. Now, you wanted to see how much difference there was in sizes of these two. Let's remove the overpour ones. So that's the sizes towards next to each other. Let's pull this one off. And let's leave that one because he's got most of his face. That's the size difference between them. All right. I'm going to go ahead, throw these all under the UV lamp, and I'll be right back. We'll demold these right after. Unmold. This is without charging with the UV light. I wanted you all to see this. This is just under regular lighting by the phone. The only one that's not really shining a whole lot is the purple. I did not have to charge these under the UV light. They are just glowing. So they had a lot of sunlight exposure while they were curing as well. So that is super fantastic. All right, I'm going to pause you and I'm going to go ahead and charge them and see what happens. But that is, wow, that white to blue, that is really, really impressive. Okay, let me put this down. And get you paused. Okay, I put the UV light on for 99 seconds on the low heat. Going to pause you while it finishes up. All right, that was 99 seconds. Pull that off. I think it worked better under the daylight. And by the way, that's the pipette. See how pretty it glows? That was the one that was doing all of the piping in here. All right, I'm going to pause you. I'm going to put these away, and then we're bringing out the skulls. All right, here's the moment of truth. See what went on with these. I'm going to have my husband unmold the big guy because, well, my hands are bad and I can probably do the little one a lot easier. There is a slight amount of overpour. I see a couple of bubbles that hit the rim right about there. This one doesn't seem to have any bubbles at all. And they've got weird looking orangish nose, orange yellowish noses. But I'm going to hand this one to him. This big guy right here. I'm sitting here showing you, and it's way past the frame, isn't it? Okay. So he gets the big one. I get the small one. We just pull to loosen. By the way, I can't find the smaller skull mold that goes to this set. That's disappeared. The fourth of those 4-pack skulls has disappeared. So I'm having a couple issues with that. Hold that over there. I'm not going to put that over here until this one's out. We want to show them both at the same time. Okay. I'll get this bottle out of the way because I'm going to have him pop that head over here when this one is ready. And just get it loosened all the way up here. And it looks like I poured them decently enough that there's no real sharp edges this time. Thankfully. Okay, what I'm going to do is I have to pull it towards me. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it out, I don't think. Well, maybe I will. Okay, you're going to see the face before I do, folks. Or maybe not. I got my hand on it. Aha. 1 second. I'm going to hold this just like this and pull this back over. Huh, look at that extra I didn't even know we had. All right, let me set the mold aside. 1 second. All right, so I don't know if you can see it, but there's more of a lighter silver banding right here. This one here does have a couple bubbles, so it'll have to be sanded down a little. But here we go. I'm going to try to set these so we can all see them. Ready. Aim. Wow. I got those really close on pores there. The orange is pretty much in the exact same place for each one of them. And boy, do these guys have shine. 1 second. I'm just checking them out, and then I'll put them back where you can see them better. They're almost twins. Have the exact same banding in proportion. That is so cool. All right, everybody. Video 9 out of the way. These wonderful skulls done. That is so awesome. And some glow-in-the-dark inclusions that really glow. Okay. I want to thank everybody for watching. You guys are all awesome. Remember, hit that thumbs up button if you like the video. And for the person that keeps hitting the dislike button, if you think you're upsetting me because of stats, you're not. I just wanted to let you know that. And I don't understand why you can't just leave a comment about what you were dissatisfied with. But I guess some people just have that thing about anonymity hit list, right? The rest of you guys, my subscribers, you're awesome. I can't tell you how much. I have been coming up to the conclusion of my 250 giveaway, except it may not go all the way to 250. I think there are a couple, 3 people, 4 people, I believe, that are in the running right now. And I know who's in the lead. And I'm getting ready, actually, to maybe call it the end of the contest and announce a winner here very shortly. I will let you know on Friday the 13th. So, anyway, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. If you do, hit that notification bell, ding, 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 ding. And, I did say leave a comment, so share as well. You guys are awesome. Peace out.